welcome to this week's update. I'm just going to give you a quick update on everything that's growing in the basement. So as you can see, there's a heck of a lot more things here now, and that is going to be the watermelons, the cucumbers, the pickles, all of those that we've got going on here, zucchini. As you can see, we've got one sprouting through there. So they were all in one of the containers here, the little greenhouse containers. As you can see, we've got a lot more that needs to come out, so that will be coming out this week. We need to start getting some stuff, likely the big guys, like the bumblebee tomato here, bumblebee sunrise. We'll likely, hopefully, be getting that out into the garage. It's going to be cold a little bit, so we're going to have to play that by ear, as well as the eggplants. Anything that's kind of big and we think can handle the cold temperatures outside. Stuff like the zucchini and such will likely follow it not too much long after, because the roots are pretty big on that already, but we want to get some heat going on that just for a little while longer, just to encourage the growth, just to make sure it gets a bit bigger. Other than that, nothing really to update here. We'll be getting peas and such ready, because they'll be going out in a week or two when we don't really have the freezing temperatures like we do right now. Last week we had some scorching temperatures. Now we're back to freezing, so fun times up here in Canada. So we'll go out to the garage next, where we'll actually go through what's out there. No real updates out there, but we'll just show you what's out there, and then we'll show you the garden from there, what's going on in terms of the garden beds that we've set up. So see you out in the garage. So welcome out to the garage, where again, as I say, no real updates here. We've still got the strawberry plant shooting through. I think that'll inhibit itself with the cold at the moment. A couple of the other ones decided to follow, so hopefully they survive and we're good for the season. We do have an update on the tomatillo. I think it was too cold in here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me go inside. But that guy is not doing very well, so I think that guy is on its way out, which is fine. It was just an extra plant we were just testing stuff out with. And in here, I will actually open the lid. We have a lot more leeks that are actually starting to appear, so getting some goodness going on there. And yeah, so that's basically it in the garage. There's nothing really yet that we can go screaming about, but hopefully soon we'll start seeing some of the warmer temperatures coming back, and we'll start getting more things out here, so we free up space in the basement, so we can start planting some more things that are going to be there for the summer, mainly stuff like spinach and peanuts and stuff, just to get them out. So we will go into the garden next. Okay, so this is into the garden here. As you can see, you've got some soil and some compost ready to go into the garden beds. And now we've got two finished garden beds out here. So filled this guy in more than the other one so far. This was the first one to go out. So just letting everything settle in. We've got some compost, some soil and everything in there. As you can see, there's a lot of perlite from the Pro Mix. So going to fill this one in next as well. Going to get some more compost before I do, because I've only got one more bag. And I also need to take these green onions out, which are overwintered from last year. I didn't think green onions overwintered, but these ones apparently do. So that's good, but I'll eat away at them and I'll plant some new ones for this year. So yeah, filled in this garden bed quite a bit more as well to make sure the levels are topped up. And next need to work on, once I've got everything sorted there, work on lining this bed, so then I can get cucumbers in this year, topping off this bed over here, and then working on everything else. And it looks like it's been raining today, but it hasn't. It's actually been snow and sleet, so nice and cold, nice and fun. But yeah, this is just a quick update, and should be able to give a better update in the next week or two. Hopefully we'll get a bit more mulch and make the whole garden bed situation over here look nicer. And I'm trying to find more corner stones here so I can make this look nicer, but if not, I'll just leave it as it is for now. It's not a big deal, and I'm going to use this bed this year, but ultimately I'll likely get one or two more of those, maybe an extension kit and another one of them. So the big bed here in the middle, and then two smaller beds on the side. That's likely what I do. And I do actually have an update on getting the spreadsheet plan going. I've actually made changes, so I'll look to bring that up in a few moments and go through and explain what's going on there. Okay, so here is the spreadsheet that's updated, and as you can see, it's a lot busier. So now we've included the garden bed up in the top. I'm trying to click and drag, it's not letting me. And what that's showing is just the garden bed that we've got with the stones. We're just sort of planning that out right now. Likely that's just going to be for extra stuff, but still trying to figure that one out. But I did make this bed a lot more busier, as you can see on both sides. What we've tried to do here is we've moved the tomatoes to the end. They'll be getting a lot more sun. And then we've got the corn and the beans that are going to climb the corn going through here, as well as an extra watermelon and cantaloupe that are going to climb all the way through. Crawl. They're going to crawl all the way through up until likely where the tomatoes are, and then sort of loop them back. And what that hopefully will do is it will allow for the competition that normally these plants like. They like to be planted in pairs even more if you can. I'm just going to try it out this year and see how it works for me. I've only had one per bed each year, and I haven't really got too much from it, so try it out and see how it goes. So that's the update so far. The only things that I really don't need in the grow areas right now are the sunflowers and the spinach. The spinach I'll likely start doing shortly because they should go out with the peas, because these are cool weather spinach, whereas I do have my New Zealand spinach here, which is planted but it's not yet planted. That's warm weather, and that loves the warm weather, so we've got a few of those here. I think about 4. Yeah, we've got 4 there. Hopefully we'll get a lot from that this year, so stay tuned. Hopefully a lot more to come, and as I say, it's definitely getting busier.